Hello everyone, I am back. So today we're going to talk about a couple of modifications that you should not cheap out on. So let me explain this a bit better for y'all. What I meant about this is that there are some modifications out there that you can do on the cheap, which is not really a big deal. However, there are definitely some mods that you don't want to cheap out on, but there's definitely options out there for it. So, first thing in my honest opinion is your chain. Now your chain is very important because that's what connects to your draft line and everything, and connects to your rear wheel. So if that goes bad, then you can't go anywhere. So when it comes to a really cheap chain, I used it back when I had my Niche 250. I used a chain called Volare, and that thing only lasted me a month. Yeah, literally. It stretched out so much. I'm all the way in the max settings too, so I'm just like, wow, there's literally nothing I can do about that. Can I cut it and make it short? Yeah, but I don't want to do that, like constantly just keep cutting my chain until it gets like to a point where well, too small and everything, and I definitely don't want to do that. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just buy myself a quality chain, and I just went with a DID chain. And ever since then, I just stuck with that DID chain. Now, there are other brands out there too that are really good, but that's just my preference. Alright, number 2, tires. Now, shingle tires are pretty cheap out there. And I guess there's some that are not much of a big problem, but they're definitely not the best tires out there. Not even for commuting rides as well. You can go to reviews on them and everything and all that. But at least buy some decent quality tires. It doesn't need to be like Pirelli Diablos or anything like that. Bridgestone Battle X tires. It doesn't need to be anything performance wise. Yeah, there you go, a whole lot of tires. I wonder who it could be. But anyways, man, am I going slow? Everybody's going so fast. I'm going 86 miles an hour right now. God damn. Anyways, now, like I said before, cheap tires, I'm not talking about just Shinkos itself. There's some other brands out there that are not really the best out there as well. Some people do buy used tires, and that can be okay. However, you are putting a pretty big risk on depending how old the tires and how worn the tire is and all that. But however, if you're a stunt rider and you're just doing rolling burnouts all day, then that's perfectly fine. Go for it. Alright, number 3, cheap levers. Alright, with these cheap levers, now a lot of mine are stock. Now, you may see from my old bike on my Honda F-Ride, I have some aftermarket ones. Yes, those were from Amazon, but at least they have a branded name, and they're actually really well. They actually work really well. They never gave me a single problem at all. The only bad thing about it is that where it adjusted that point, the red kind of turns to pink, but that's literally it. Nothing mechanical or major, going on with them at all. And that was really cool, actually. That was actually really nice. I actually like that. But I'm talking about the really, really cheap ones. Ones for like 20 bucks or less. Now those you gotta be really careful with, because a lot of times I've been hearing so many stories about them, such as when somebody, like a lot of times from that end of rod. Good thing I was paying attention. It's from a lot of times from the end of rod that connects to the levers, from like right here or like right here. Kind of get the point. Those could actually seize up. And of course, it's made from cheap top metal and shit, so they're not going to do any. They're not going to do you any good. All right, number 3, your rear sets. Now there are some ones out there that are cheap but pretty decent. However, not all of them are like that, so be aware of that. Now I've seen a lot of them where either the foot peg, the brake lever either sticks, or the shifter even sticks. And yeah, that's a lot sketchy as hell. However, not only that, but a lot of times the hardware that it comes with, it is just by looking at it, you know it's not good. Even feeling it just makes it worse. Like on my bike, I have the stock rear sets and everything, but I trust them. I can even right now. I'm just jumping it on my bike right now without a problem. I can do that all day with this bike, or at least with these stock ones, at least, because they're OEM and that's what you expect from good quality ones. But with those really cheap aftermarket ones, no, I would not want to do that. I can imagine doing that, and next thing you know, it fucking breaks off of me. Alright, our next one is those really cheap universal quick shifters. Now, these used to be a lot more common back in the day where you had to hardwire everything, but nowadays it's more like a plug and play now, which is actually pretty nice. However, they're not always best. Now, before then, if you had to hardwire everything and next thing you know someone's gonna mess something up. I worked on one before, and goddamn, this guy did such a horrible job on it. I literally recommended a guy for just to get a whole new wire harness at that point, dude, because there are so many split wires, there's so many like those creeps in there and they crank properly. There's even so many of the what do you call it? Twist and turn tape, everything. Just like, this is a big mess. I'm just like, dude, just get a new wire harness. And he's just like, nah, I'll just get it fixed, don't worry, man. It's like, okay, whatever floats your boat, dude. But for the plug and play ones, they're not as bad. However, the cheap ones do go out pretty badly or easily. Because a lot of times for the really cheap ones, those are it's usually the sensor itself, not like the actual like the main part of it. The sensor itself usually goes out pretty often on those. And it's really annoying and everything. Alright, another one. It's those clear, usually they're clear. Usually it's on the clutch side of your bike and it's clear. You can see, you know, it rotating and everything, which is cool and everything, not a big deal. However, you don't want to go for a cheap one because, well, a lot of times it has to do with that gasket. And that gasket, from where it came from, it's not going to seal up that well at all. It's just going to leak. I've seen it happen before, and they look good at first, but then you end up really hating them. And I kind of wish you would have spent the extra money on a good quality one. One more thing. Another thing is that those really cheap headlight kit you get for your bike from Amazon or wherever, that doesn't cost like $200, $300. I would avoid those too, because at first they're okay and everything, but then after a while of using them, what ended up happening is that the surrounding housing of the headlight itself will melt. And so, yeah, you can really see the problem with that. It happens before, I've seen it happen before. Not a good thing. So just buy yourself a good quality headlight if you're trying to go for that cafe look and everything, or not cafe look, that Street Fighter look and everything. It's okay, Sister. I'm not gonna do that to you. Don't worry. Well, I hope you liked this video. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe for this channel. If you want me to talk about any topics, make sure you comment it down below in the comment sections below, and I'll really consider it. Other than that, I'll catch y'all later. See ya.